tell you, Mr Stanley, Rathbone Motors is tottering on the edge. We have not sold a motor in 3 weeks.
Well, you wouldn't do boozing in here at lunchtime.
We're here for business, Mr Stanley, not just for pleasure.
That car of yours, Mr Stanley, how long have you had it? Must be 6 years?
7, and it's still newer than any of the cars you've got.
But we have a vintage vehicle for you, Mr Stanley. Dead right for the man who wants to avoid the stare of the multitude. Tinted windows.
Tinted windows? You're talking about that Cortina with the botched respray job, aren't you?
Mr Stanley, we are friends, right?
Right. That's why I won't buy a car off you. Why ruin a beautiful friendship?
On the other hand, Mr Stanley, you scratch my back and I will scratch yours.
Exactly. We've come in here spending our money, giving your trade a boost. Hey, what's the chef's choice today?
Meat pie.
Well, what's the businessman's lunch?
2 meat pies.
Tempting, tempting. What about the low-calorie, high-fibre Weight Watchers special?
Half a pie and a pickled onion.
Funds will just run to the chef's choice twice.
Lads, as you say, we are friends, and for that reason, I am not letting you eat lunch here today.
Why not?
Cast your mind back to last year's Grand National. Remember that horse that flung off its jockey, waited till he got up and then bit him?
Should do. I had me shirt in that horse.
Cyril, bearing in mind that you are not a delicate eater, if you was to have the chef's choice today, you would wind up with that horse on your shirt.
Hands off or I'll make you suffer. Colwyn! Call this animal of yours to heel or I'll have him inside a cage for the next 6 months.
Oh, my God, it's Maggot!
Nigel, unhand Mr Maggot at once. Surely you remember Chief Inspector Maggot of the Regional Vice Squad, who could get clubs closed with a snap of his fingers, thus throwing bouncers such as yourself onto the scrap heap.
You'll know me next time.
It's sheer vanity, Mr Maggot. He will not wear his glasses.
I see you're still catering to the riff-raff, Colwyn.
Oh! Excuse me, Chief Inspector, but you're standing on me foot.
Don't mention it. How are you keeping, Wesley?
Never better, Mr Maggot, yourself.
Champion. Cyril, I have a bone to pick with you. The other night you made one of my young, inexperienced constables cry.
Oh, as God is my judge, Chief Inspector Maggot, it's a case of mistaken identity. You know me. I have this phobia about violence.
It was you, Cyril. He was crying because he heard you singing.
Oh, yes, you've always had this infectious sense of humour, Mr Maggot.
Colwyn, it's my birthday. So no doubt you'd like to buy drinks all round. Unless you lads have to rush away.
We do, unfortunately, Mr Maggot.
Yeah, shame that. As I like the good old, it'd be nice to, yeah.
I woke up this morning, Colwyn, with the conviction that today is a good day for ripping a bodice. Where's Faye?
Never here at lunchtime now, Mr Maggot. We don't do the trade to warrant it, you see. But I'll get on the phone and get her down here.
No, get on the phone. Tell her I'll be round her place 3 o'clock. Well, jump to it, man.
You're standing on my foot, Mr Maggot.
Oh, force of habit. Habit of the force. When you made that call to Faye, you get the scotch bottle out. Then you can do me the businessman's lunch.
Businessman's lunch, Mr Maggot. It'll be a pleasure.
Cyril, I think we should get out of the used car game.
Pre-owned, Wes. Pre-owned. Oh, look at that.
To be quite frank, I see little sign of the long-promised upturn in commercial activity.
Some knockout birds these days. Who's pulling them? That's what I want to know. I hope someone is.
We should be getting into a growth area. Time-sharing. That's the big thing now. The old holiday flat in Benidorm. You pay a lump sum for 2 weeks in the year, it's all yours.
Wes? Hey! Time-sharing, yeah, but not houses. Women? What opposite, Wes? How many blokes can afford to run a really choice duty 52 weeks of the year? We jump at a fortnight. So what we do...
Cyril, this is not a new way of making a living, good though it is. In fact, it's an old idea and you get locked up for it.
All right. Flats in Benidorm it is. But we need capital. Tell you what, We'll sell the cars.
You have just put your finger on the one impediment.
Oh, lads. Oh, thank God you're here. I've run all the way from the club.
What's up?
Chief Inspector Maggot is... He's dead.
You ran all the way here to tell us. Now, that's what I call friendship.
Dead? Dead? And to think we was only stood there in danger of buying him a drink 3 hours ago.
I'm done for, lads. I'm finished.
Oh, no, don't give way, Mr Stanley. Come on. Yeah, get yourself in there.
No jury in the right mind's gonna send you down for this. Just tell him something snapped in your head. Everybody round here wanted to hit him.
Eh? I didn't hit him. Nobody hit him. He had a heart attack. He went just like that.
So what's your worry? Be great for trade. Punters flocking in from all over to drink a toast on the spot when it happens. You'll never have a better excuse for my up-tempo version, if I believe.
It didn't happen in the club. The fact is, he died in bed. First he drank a bottle of my scotch, then he went round to Faye's. That's where it happened.
You mean he died while he was actually...
In the cause of his duty, Cyril. That's how the press will have to put it.
I tell you, lads, I'm finished. They'll track him back to the Blue Cockatoo and there's bound to be a post-mortem.
So what if it was an heart attack?
Well, while he was in the club, he had the businessman's lunch. Twice as it happens.
You're quite right, Mr Stanley, you're finished.
It's not myself I'm worried about, lads. But what about the scandal about that poor widow? A respected officer, pillar of the community. And now the criminal element in our tarnished society will be laughing their socks off.
Mr Stanley, I have to ask you, what is it you're after?
I just want you to move him, that's all. Just shift him somewhere else, somewhere respectable, somewhere I've no connection with.
On your bike.
Hang on, Cyril, is that any way to talk to a friend in need? We'll help you, Mr Stanley. If the price is right.
Yeah, Mr Stanley, you are a friend, we are in need. So if you buy a motor off us, we'll call it
The
quits.
Triumph Mayflower. Now, I've been dreaming of shifting that car for 10 years.
Oh, come on. I'd sooner go to prison and have my name on the logbook of that. I'll tell you what. I'll buy whatever car you use for shifting Maggot. That way I'll know it's got a motor that actually works.
That rules out the Mayflower.
It'll have to be the Cortina.
Lads, I'll not forget this.
Don't worry, Mr Stanley. We won't let you.
Let's get round to Faye's, then. Your mum will be there by now.
Me mum.
First thing I did was ring Dolly, ask her to go round here in Glennis. It's a women's role, Cyril. Custodians of life and death. They see us into this world, and they help us out of it.
Give us some more of that gin, Mrs McGregor.
Yeah, love. It'll calm your nerves. I don't know what I'd have done without you, because Faye was useless when I got here. Hysterical. She couldn't get the top off the bottle.
It's been a shattering experience, Mrs McGregor. Never had to get a man's clothes on him before.
Yeah. It's not as easy as the other, is it? Still, it could have been worse, you know. Be thankful for small mercies.
I'd not have said small myself, Mrs McGregor. Mind you, I'm used to Cyril, you see.
At least we didn't have to get his shoes and socks back on.
Oh, I see. Yeah, didn't like to mention that. I just thought to myself, well, he wasn't the romantic type.
Cyril's dad was just the same. Didn't believe in what he called airy-fairy London time-wasting.
Like father, like son.
I've done my best with Cyril, you know. Always brought him up to show respect for women.
Oh, yeah, well, he always takes his hat off, I will say.
Let's have some more gin.
Should we be drinking all Faye's gin? It'll only upset her.
You know what really upset her? Wasn't so much him dying like that. No, it was when she went through his pockets after.
What was she doing that for?
Trying to bring him around. You go through the pockets is the first thing they learn you at first aid classes round here. No, what it was, you see, he only had 46p on him.
Is that all?
46p in small change. She looked all over, under the clock, everywhere, nothing. Well, quite obvious he'd no intention of doing the decent thing, seeing her right.
It shakes your faith in human nature, Mrs McGregor.
Well, you see, Glenys, who can a woman trust in this day and age? Jasmine Riley always sees the colour of the money first these days. She was telling me. And she never had to do that before the war.
Perhaps he had one of them Barclay cards.
Hey?
Some people don't like carrying a lot of cash, do they? Especially if he didn't have his own locker down the police station.
I'll say that to Faye. It'll be a comfort to her. That's a nice thing about you, Glenys. You always think the best of people, don't you? Still, just as well if you're going to be spending the rest of your life with our Cyril.
Hi, ma'am. Glenn.
Where's Faye?
Gone down the laundrette. She's been wanting an excuse to put them sheets through.
Doesn't look too happy, does he?
Why should he look happy, Cyril? He's dead.
Yeah, but considering the way he went, you'd think he might have a smile.
He looks exactly the way you always look, and at least he's not snoring.
Blue, never mind the chit-chat, lads. Get him out of here.
Oh, hang on, look, I've gone off this job.
Oh, hang on, Cyril, hang on. I mean, Mr Stanley is a friend, and he is buying a car off us.
And remember, if I go to the wall, so does the Blue Cockatoo. And where else will a no-oper like you ever get a chance to sing in public?
You're right, Wes. After all, Mr Stanley is a friend.
We want somewhere where he won't be too conspicuous, and where he won't be disturbed for a couple of hours.
We'll take him down the infirmary. Leave him in the outpatients. Could be days before he got round to him.
You're very jovial all of a sudden, aren't you? I thought you had cold feet.
Tactics, Wes, tactics. That was just to get Mr Stanley to improve his offer. And you're my witness. He said I could have special arrangements.
The special arrangements he means, Cyril, is you singing in the club toilet with the door closed.
Confidence. This will be my breakthrough.
Yeah, well, okay, don't get that covered then.
Oh, God! Oh, God!
Well, thanks for the lift, Squire. This is as far as I go.
Wes!
Can you use a bit of muscles there?
Oh, ta very much.
What's up with Lord Muck in the back? Oh, come on, pal, give us hands. Oh, I beg your pardon, sir. I didn't recognise you.
He's dead, you know.
Dead to the world.
Legal B, this door. H&J Furniture Superstore. Contemporary, Wavertree.
I'll take it out, shall I, Uncle Sam? Do you want an ice cream or anything? I'll only.
Play along.
All right, Cyril, come on, let's get out of here.
You can't just walk out. We've only just walked in. Look, watch the picture. Act normal.
Dining out, sample the very finest international cuisine, enjoy friendly service and a romantic atmosphere. Plus, that special something that turns a meal into an occasion. At this restaurant.
Can I see your tickets? You're in the wrong seat.
Tell him we'll pay extra.
Can we pay the extra?
You've already paid too much. This row here's half price for OAPs.
He is an OAP.
Well, he's paid too much.
Well, it doesn't matter, it's his birthday, it's a treat.
Well, you can't sit here because you haven't paid half price, and these are half price seats. You want to be in these 2 rows behind.
You stop flashing that torch. It's bothering people.
All right, love, we'll move back.
your friend?
No, love, he doesn't feel too clever. Oh! Sorry, mate, he gets these funny turns, you know.
I have the same trouble myself.
Sorry, can you move your leg, please, love? Sorry. Sorry, just watch the film, it's all right. Oh, I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
Let's quick! Hurry up! Quick!
Hey, Chief, do you mind? We was just gonna sit there.
Well, I'm sitting here.
Yeah, I know, but we was just coming along to hear.
These are half price for OAPs, these seats.
No, Chief, next row. Them are the half price to OAPs, them there.
Look, sunshine, this country's done all right by you. You get free tea, free specs and a bus pass now. Don't push your luck.
Wes, he's going all stiff. If we don't get him sat down soon, we're going to have to start singing the national anthem.
Terror in the night of the body snatcher. Out of the dark they came with their burden from beyond the grave.
You've done well, lads. I'll not forget this, you know.
I might not find it too easy to forget myself, Mr Stanley.
Oh, yeah. You can take dead policemen to the pictures, can't you? It's a different story when your fiancé wants to go.
I don't know how they used to do it.
Who?
Body snatchers.
Oh, it was all in Birkenhead. It used to happen, wasn't it? It was famous for it in the old days. Birkenhead, the body snatchers.
I think you're thinking of Birkenhead, Mrs McGregor.
No, it might not have been Camel Heads, but it was definitely a Birkenhead there.
It's all the same. I mean, you don't mind shifting the odd dead body for a friend, like, but it's no way to make a living.
Well, I suppose it's just a job, wasn't it? I mean, jobs was hard to get in them days. Like now.
It wasn't a proper job. I mean, they wouldn't have had canteen facilities or proper overalls. They were just moonlighting. They used to sell the bodies to the medical hospitals for the doctors.
What if they couldn't cure them when they was alive? What hope had they got when they'd been dug up?
No! For studying. For the doctors that were still learning, you know. The ones that hadn't learned how to cure all the diseases and that.
Mrs. Cottesloe downstairs, she's left everything to the medical, all her organs. She's got a card, carries it everywhere, because they told her, the consultant like, that if you're carrying one of them, you're always first out the ambulance.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, they're not getting any of my organs when I'm gone.
Don't kid yourself. Nobody wants any of your organs now.
A wonderful idea, though, lads, the cinema. I mean, he was always the true blue patriot, was Inspector Maggot. I can see him now. The national anthem will be playing. Chief Inspector Maggot all alone, sitting to attention. It was a nice thought, lads. What was the big film, by the way?
Don't know, never noticed.
Well, what picture house was it?
The Illyria on Lodge Lane.
The Illyria. Oh, you prats.
What's up?
They're showing 101 Dalmatians. He loathed and detested dogs, did Chief Inspector Maggot. But for that fatal flaw, he could have been Chief Constable. You know these sniffer dogs they have on the drug squad? Maggot raided the dog's home, 3 o'clock in the morning. Charged a brace of Alsatians and a Cocker Spaniel with use and possession.
One of them bent cockers, eh?
I'll tell you, lads, if you leave him there, they'll definitely smell a rat.
If we don't shift them quick, they'll be smelling something worse than that.
You're not in the mood, are you? I can tell. Well, you can't pretend, can you? I'm the same way myself. People don't realise. I mean, often you just want to talk, really. No? Tell you what, do you fancy coming back to meet me mother? She's got a lovely liqueur. She brought it back from Australia when she was visiting my sister. I don't think you can get it round here.
Sunshine, he is not going home to meet your mother. He is coming home with us.
Do you mind?
Look, mate, I'm telling you for your own good, you've no chance with him.
Oh, yes, well, I believe that when I hear it from his own lips.
If you were a duff ventriloquist instead of a duff singer, we'd have some chance.
Sorry about that. Just ignore them, it's the best way. Oh, there's the girl. Do you fancy a chalk ice? Chalk ice or a lolly? A chalk ice. No, I'll get them. Miss, 2 chalk ices, love, please. You friendship, I was willing to take you home to meet my mother. And I thought you're a chalk ice. No, but I'll tell you this, all they want is your body.
All right?
Yeah, come on.
Great idea, Cyril. You must admit. Couldn't hope to find a better resting place. The cathedral. I mean, a man of his stature in the community, representing as he does, or did, the values of law and order. Well, I think it's very fitting. We did a good job, Cyril. Think of the comfort to his widow. For him to be found making his final peace with the Almighty in the house of God.
We better go back, Wes.
What do you mean, go back?
I think we might need to adjust him a bit. When you went to start the car, I was taking all the weight and he, slumped.
So?
Well, I had to give him a purchase on something.
So?
Well, the thing is, when they find him, he's got his hand jammed in the paw box.
You prat!
A Leonard Rossiter comedy classic coming up for you on London Live. Stay right there for Rising Damp. And we're next.